So we have a good 30 to 50 people. So just out of curiosity, how many of you are students with a show of hands? So we have 10 students. And what kind of majors are you into? Computer science mein kitne hai? How many into computer science? How many are into marketing? One, two. So I think I'll talk to the two of you only. And so what about the rest? So we have 10 students. What about the other 30? Are you folks freelancers, small business owners, freelancers? Okay, the same 10 are contributing, their students as well as freelancers. What about small business owners? Okay. Are you working somewhere? Anyone doing? So the same 10 keep on coming up. What's the issue with the other 30, 40 people? So my name's Mustafa. I am a chartered accountant turned marketer. That's 180, 90-degree different trajectory what I did in my previous life. So I was primarily into finance. I used to run a brokerage house, but I just got fed up with numbers and I wanted to get into IT. And me and my co-founder, he's a fast graduate, he's a software engineer, and he doesn't know how to sell. He's a software engineer who works on logic. And what I figured out over the course of time, and marketing does not work on logic. So marketing is something. There was a very good talk in the morning where there was an individual, Malik Azim Saab. He was saying that he wrote in his span of 30 years of his poetry, he wrote like 10 books, right? And no one knew him as a poet, okay? But he was doing something like शेरो शायरी कहीं कर रहे थे बैठे हुए or a friend made a 4-minute video of him and that video got 300,000 likes or 300,000 views over the span of 6 months. So marketing is something where you need to keep on testing, you need to keep on experimenting in regards to market will tell you what will work, what will not. Yes, there are a few things which you can uh, keep the same for design is very important. You have to make sure that marketing is a mixture of multiple things. I'll get to that in the next slide. But before this, वापस आते हैं on the previous slide. So when someone used to ask me what is Caper.io, so we came up with multiple marketing lines. हम ये करते हैं, marketplace है, this, and we still had to explain. For me, if you have to explain in 2 minutes what you do and you are unable to explain in 30 characters. So 30 characters is something which is very important. So we came up with multiple lines and eventually the line that stuck with our customers or with our marketplace was Tinder for startups and software engineers. So we don't have to explain to anyone what we do. It's a matchmaking platform for startups and software engineers. And this was kind of like the hook that also got us conversations. So इसमें आपके लिए you need to keep on experimenting, you need to be very talkative, you need to be experimenting with things, and you need to be in love with the branding and marketing. दूसरों के brands को देखें, उनको follow करें. जैसा अब एक कोक की वो एक ब्रिर की जो उनकी शुरू हुई हुई आजकल campaign, the cold thing, right? That's been going on for 12 years. It came back like 12 years before, and after 12 years, they're back to the same campaign because that was a very successful campaign that happened 12 years back. So, आपने जो लोगों को receptiveness होती है उस चीज़ों पे होता है. You need to be able to figure out what people like, and for that you need to do experimentation. And slide number 3 पे आते हैं, please. So for me, branding is a mix of, branding is an umbrella. आपने ब्रांड बनाना है, आइडेंटिटी क्रिएट करनी है, डिज़ाइन, स्ट्रैटेजी एंड एग्जीक्यूशन. So when we started Gaper, we're like, okay, क्या करना है, किसका करना है, वेबसाइट अच्छी बनाई, नहीं पसंद आई. We went through like 5 iterations before we stuck with the final website, which people liked. मेरे अपने UI UX aesthetics बहुत गंदे हैं. Even my wife decides what clothes to wear, what not to wear. Because otherwise she's like, तुम वो लाइनों वाला check पहन के आ जाओ तो get the lost or something, right? So be open, so first we did was started building a brand. We came up with like 7 different domain names. We were like, it needs to be within 6 words. It needs to be something 6 letters, sorry. It needs to be something 6 letters का हो, क्योंकि 6 letters का क्यों हो? अगर हमने local करना हुआ 5 या 6 letters. 5 and 6 letters are very important. उसकी वजह होती है, अगर आपने इवेंचुअली आपका ब्रांड है, आपने फ़ोन कॉल्स की उसकी कस्टमर सपोर्ट आनी है, तो 0800 के बाद 5 लेटर्स होते हैं. अगर आप 111 का नंबर यूज़ करते हैं तो उसके बाद 6 लेटर्स होते हैं. सो यू नीड टू बी अवेयर ऑफ दीज स्मॉलर थिंग्स कि अगर आप इफ़ यू वांट टू बाय 0800 गेपर टुडे वी कैन डू दैट, राइट? और इफ़ यू वांट टू वी हैव अ 6 लेटर अनदर ब्रांड नेम मजीनो, सो वी कैन गो फॉर 111 मजीनो, right? So then you can dial from your phone. So you need, I personally prefer कि you need, अगर आप कभी brand बनाना चाहें तो आप 5 letters 6 letters का रखें, 7 को avoid कर दें. उसके बाद आप .io में चले जाएं, .ai में चले जाएं, no one bothers, right? वो multiple domains आ गई हुई हैं. Notion ने .so चला दी है, so you know it's a different thing. Sorry. तो पहली चीज़, उसके बाद इसी से अच्छा वैसे I specifically told them to write design first and then bring in identity. The marketing was supposed to be third. So I think you need to be very clear with the communication. So the first element is the design. ठीक है, sorry ये थोड़ा सा गलत. Then comes the identity. ठीक है, design identity इकट्ठे आए, आपने brand name choose किया, then you go with it. Then you start building marketing content. अब आपके लिए you need to be very much aware what kind of user market are you focused towards. For us, Gaper has been built on the shoulder of, आप कह लें जितने भी startup founders हमारे customers हैं, right? And we do 95% of our business in the US, 5% हमारा यूरोप में है. We just work in the English speaking countries. तो उसके अंदर what we did was, okay, how to build trust. Brand बना लिया, आपने design अच्छा कर लिया. Now comes the part of building trust. So we just started in February 2020, and we were just kind of like experimenting with, okay, what to do. SEO basics, so yes, we were doing blog लिख दो, ये कर दो, वो कर दो, फलाना कर दो. But how to build trust? So me and my team, we came up with an aggressive goal. Can we, in a span of 15 months, 15 महीने, can we do 700 podcasts? Now 15 months was 500 days, right? Working days are 300, so on the average we had to do 700 podcasts. We did 750. And they were all with startup founders based in the US, Europe, CTOs. And it was all about building a network, a story around them. यानी there have been times न्यूयॉर्क में हमने 300 किए पॉडकास्ट, सिलिकॉन वैली में 200 पॉडकास्ट, 15-15 मिनट के पॉडकास्ट. देर ऑल अपलोडेड ऑन आवर वेबसाइट. आप gaper.io पे जाएं, पॉडकास्ट पे जाएं, यू कैन काउंट देम. ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या था? पब्लिक को सुनाने थे? नहीं. वी वांटेड आवर वर्ड आउट अमंग द राइट कम्युनिटी. Our right community was startup founders. There were days I was doing 6 podcasts a day, 15 minute ke. So that is what built the trust, that is what built the identity, and that is what, Pakistan, I mean, not many people would be knowing us. But there have been events in the US, we're hanging around, इसी तरह events होंगे, 5 founders आए होंगे, वो पांचों के पांचों हमारे guest होंगे. I've done a podcast with you. वजह क्या थी? Why we went that route? क्योंकि क्लब हाउस आ रहा था उस वक्त, पीपल वर स्टक एट होम, everyone wanted to talk, podcast was a new thing, but it was working back then, it's not working back now. So marketing evolve होती है with time. आजकल we're experimenting with Discord communities, but उसके अंदर Web3 focus, yes, you find a lot of things around Web3 in Discord, in Telegram, but when it comes down to Web2, I think Slack is still doing a pretty good job when it comes down to basic Web2 work. So virality is all about, like I said, virality. You can put the right ingredients on what to push for virality, but you will never get to know what's going to be viral or not. It is something which the public is going to decide. So जितने भी viral contents अगर आप uh, uh, देखें तो locally तो I'm unable to find any viral content जो कि through a challenge किसी ने जीता हो, right? So but there's a very good video on YouTube, and it was a challenged viral content. It was around I keep on because it was such a stupid name, I keep on forgetting it, but it was primarily around a guy putting up a challenge that he can sell a used tissue paper for $35. So Google that up. It's a proper case study. He did a proper video on it. He got covered on Forbes. The tissue paper never existed. And that video is my inspiration. He marketing works similarly, creativity works similarly. Just you work coding, you just put yourself in a room and you just don't meet someone for like 7 days. Marketing works the same way. So he closed himself in a room. He first came up with a good logo. Tissue paper ke logos kis tarah hote hain? He just came up with exotic white and golden logo. That's like a 3-year-old, right? Okay, the white gold बड़ा अच्छा उस वक्त चल रहा था. Nice box packing, ये वो सारा कुछ. Then he got hold of a few Red Bull की cars. He painted them. Tissue box का logo उन cars पे लगाया, अपने town में घुमाता रहा. And he made a really amazing marketing video with freelance actors for $350, and they were like, content writer was amazing, and it was like the whole thought process was I use a tissue, I put it in a box, it gets delivered to you, you use the tissue, and it helps your immune system. Thank you so much. Have a good one.